Everybody got an opinion about mangoes.
So I went into our local Asian grocery store to buy some of these dehydrated tiny fish. These are sardines. And we give them to our dog. She's 13. We give her these fish oil and collagen every night, and she is still spry. She can still run and still go for a couple kilometer walk. So I had to pick these up. The guy was very clear when I asked him where they were. He was like, turn right, down the aisle, keep going. He was calmly speaking all of this from the front, the till. Stop, turn to your left, look up 1 foot in the blue package. Like, he was so clear. And I was like, oh, that was really positive. I'm going to see about this other thing my husband and I talked about, which is this peppercorn mix. And we had this conversation about if you can just get the Szechuan. Oh, this doesn't even have the Szechuan peppercorns in it. Okay, well, never mind. I don't know why we started talking about it, but he's like, I want to see if I can find Szechuan peppercorns anywhere. And I was like, I bet that Asian grocery store has it. So I asked him, and it was like the same set of directions. It was like, turn left, down the aisle, keep going, turn to your right, at eye level. Like, he was just so clear. Like, this is so positive. So while I was there, I'll also pick up, some garlic powder. Cool. That's something that we go through a lot in the house. And then at the till, he's like, I have some really delicious mangoes. You can try it, and if you like it, you can come back for more. It's like, I like mangoes. Sure. Let's get a mango. Let me show you. Wrapped in a safety net. Here is the mango from Peru. Now, as I'm driving home, I'm kind of doing the math in my head on the 4 items that I just bought at this grocery store, and the bill came to $35. Seems like a lot of dollars. And so when I looked at the receipt, I discovered that, oh my God, I just paid almost $15 for a mango. Now, I can't refund the mango. I mean, I could exchange it in 2 days, but I feel like I kind of want to try the $15 mango. And it better be the most delicious thing I've ever put in my mouth. Let's have a closer look. Our Peruvian $15 mango was 1.5 pounds, which is what was accurate on the receipt. Here's the other thing about the $15 mango. I can't eat this by myself. I mean, I could, like, I physically am capable of that, but I feel like you can't eat a $15 mango by yourself. You have to share a $15 mango. I'm like, if I had a $300 bottle of wine, I wouldn't just wall off in a quarter and drink that by myself. No, that would be something I would share. So I'm gonna hack up this $15 mango, and I'm going to share it with as many people as I can today, and I'm going to report back about if it was the most delicious thing they have ever indeed put in their mouth, because it better be, and I'm going to threaten them that it is going to be. Report back. I knew a very smart lady one time who taught me how to cut and prepare a lot of different fruit, including a mango, and what she said was, you find the pit is going to be going this way, and you kind of estimate where you think the edge of the pit is going to be. This mango is so big that I didn't even hit it. And then you have this section, which you can then, the texture is like butter, cut into without injuring your fingers that are holding the mango. And it smells really good. I started salivating. You do this, and then you can score it the other way, like this. And then this gets inverted, and then now you can take a knife and cut off all these sections, like this. Cut off all these sections. Oh my gosh. I am not going to eat it right now because I don't eat this early in the morning. The texture of this and the smell of this, you guys. So I'm going to speed this up and go through the rest.
Benefits of mango include rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, both important for immune health. Vitamin A really good for skin, for eye health. There's folate in there, important for healthy cell division, magnesium, copper, potassium, fiber, lots of antioxidants, and actually good for blood sugar control, even though they're sweet, and because of the enzymes, good for digestive health.
And then once you've got the two halves off the mango, you take a knife just under the skin, and you can kind of peel it like this. Have you ever had a fresh mango right off a tree? I don't live in a climate where that exists, but I have had that. It was in Honduras. Somebody just grabbed a mango right off a tree, and it was so scrumptious. That was a free mango, but I wonder if this $15 mango will be as exquisite as that fresh free mango. As I was leaving the store, he said, if you like it, you can come back and have more, which was the thing he said before I even bought it. So he said that as I was on my way out of the store. I think there's a good lesson in marketing there. So much of business is word of mouth and referral. Once you've got the peel off, then you can kind of just chunk off the rest of the fruit until you hit the pit. Did you see it splashing? It's so juicy. Oh my God, I'm gonna have this for my breakfast today with my flax granola. Then I'm gonna take the rest to the office and share with my coworkers. My husband's comment when I texted him, he just texted back, ouch. That's how you get the fruit out of a mango. You know what should have tipped me off? The special carrying case it came in. This should have told me that this is a fancy mango. This ain't no regular ordinary mango. This is a fancy ass motherfucking mango. You know what I'm saying? Should have tipped me off. I am approximately 18 minutes away from getting to taste this mango for the first time. I'm about to do a workout. It's a leg day. We're gonna lift some heavy things and put them down again. And then it's mango time. Let's go. Let's get it. Mango time. Yes, I wear a headband when I work out. It's helpful when you have short hair. And yes, it's Kudo. No affiliate. Okay, we're ready for breakfast. Let me show you what we're having. We have the baked flax granola, which is a staple of Lynn Janae Rositas' The Metabolism Plan eating program. We have the $15 mango, and I kept the pit in case it was super delicious and I wanted to gnaw off all that flesh from the pit. And then we're gonna have some coconut milk with this. We're gonna mix these all together, but I'm gonna try the mango on its own separately first. Spoon. I feel nervous. What if it's shit? Here we go, ready? It smells very good. Now, I will say this is a very delicious mango. It is more delicious than the free mango, if I remember correctly, which I may not be. Is it the most delicious thing I've ever put in my mouth? I mean, no. Like, it doesn't beat pesto. Pesto is my favorite food. It doesn't beat the perfect chocolate, but this is very nice. I did not mention the texture because that's an important element of food, for me anyways, and for a lot of people too. What is the texture of this like? I really do like the texture. This mango is not ropey or thready or like, you know, it gets in your teeth. This doesn't. You put it in your mouth. And it just kind of melts. Like, it's so soft and sweet, and it almost is like a really perfectly cooked, this is gonna sound weird from a texture perspective, like scallop, where it just kind of like melts. It's so good. It's so good. I didn't actually mix it in with the cereal because I just decided I wanted to have it on its own in its all of its glory. $5 worth of mango. A bird almost just came into my house. That's unsatisfying that I just put that down, isn't it? I felt that too. I'm gonna eat it. Well, the results are in. And I will say that I do not think I realized how passionate people are about mangoes. And I asked everyone who came into the kitchen for lunch, which was 7 people, if I counted properly, if they like mango. And everybody was like, I love mango. And I was like,
I would love for you to try this mango and then answer this quick little survey on that sticky note underneath the mango. And people, the first person was like, is it this type of mango? Is it that type of mango? What type of mango? I was like, I didn't even know that there were different types of mangoes. And she eats it and she's like, that is a pretty good mango. And then she checks the column that says, this is the best, most delicious mango I've eaten. And then she said, but I will add a caveat to that. It's the best mango I've eaten today. Now, I didn't ask her if she had other mangoes today or what. But anyway, she checked it was the best. Now, out of the 7 people, the total, so she's one of them, 2 other people checked, yes, this is the most delicious mango I've ever had. Now, this one person who checked caveat today, she told me that she grew up in St. Lucia and she has stories of her mom sharing these memories of her as a baby in the ocean, naked and smothered and dripping in mango juice. So, and then one of the guys is like, well, I grew up in Kenya and like, that's just... So no, this is not the best mango I've ever had. And another person was like, no, I've had fresh mangoes in the tropics. Like, this is not. So there was a lot of opinions. Everybody got an opinion about mangoes. Ultimately, 3 people checked yes out of 7. So one of which clarified that was for today only. Now, one of the people said that this is actually not the way I described it. She's like, that's actually not a mango. That is a manga. So let's all get schooled here, people. Let's use the proper terms when it comes to these pitted fruits. This is the survey results. I'm sitting in the park in the sunshine. 3 check marks. Nobody said it was the most delicious thing they've ever had. So, $15 mango. What an experiment. I guess there's better mangoes out there. Final note about the mangoes, and then I'm going to wrap up this video because I know it is already long. The final tester said that he liked it. It was sweet and soft and he liked that, but he wished it was more tangy. And then the next day, today, a patient told me, she was talking about her diary. She said, you know, I eat a lot of mango and other bland things like that. And I was like, ooh, interesting. Here's the opposite of someone who is underwhelmed by the mango. Everybody got an opinion about mangoes. Okay, the final thing I'm going to leave you with is just a picture that I took at the grocery store today. And I want you to do the math on this. $5 divided by 4 is $1.25. Thanks for being here. What a journey. I hope in your future that you can eat delicious mangoes and that they don't cost $15 because it's a little much. It's a little much. Bye. What do you think?